Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Fine Dining Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Ornelas, and with me is my friend, an actor, a comedian, Andres Simonian.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Pretty swell.
Yeah?
Can't believe it's been a whole week. I'm wearing the same thing. I decided, I'm going to put on the same clothes.
It's called continuity.
Continuity.
Yeah,
I didn't shower.
Yeah.
I had P.F. Chang's every day to be fresh.
How do you feel?
I think I'm dying. My insides are coming out.
Yeah.
No, but I feel good.
Those are called farts.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, now that we've started off with that abomination, let's do a real intro. This is the show where I'm looking for the most mediocre restaurant in America, the perfect 5.00 dining experience out of 10. Why am I doing it? Because, I don't know, I'm bored. I needed something to do. And when people say, oh, that place is so good, you got to go there. I'm like, yeah, but good based on what?
Yeah.
Where does it go from bad to good? I'm trying to find that middle bar, that 5.00 currently in the middle, but not perfectly, but closest. Applebee's, 5.02.
Whoa.
Tell me I haven't hit the nail on the head.
I was going to say, if you would tell me off the top of my head, which one do you think is... I would probably go Applebee's or Olive Garden, maybe.
Olive Garden, pretty close, 5.10.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Name a restaurant I've been to, and I'll tell you its score.
A restaurant you've been to?
Yeah.
Outback?
7.45?
Yeah, that's... Luby's? What the fuck is Luby's?
Were they 6.01?
Yes, they were. Bob's
Big Boy. Was that a 4.92?
Yeah, that's
Was
exactly
it really?
right. That's exactly it. God, you're a loser. You fucking loser.
What's funny is there's so many I could not do.
Wait, you put IHOP lower than Applebee's? Come on.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Anyways, we have a review to do of P.F. Chang's where we went.
Philip Chang's.
Paul Fleming's
Chang.
We're going to do it based on 3 criteria. We're going to talk about its atmosphere.
We're going to talk about its service.
And we're going to talk about its food.
Of course.
Yum.
What else? A silverware? Seat cushions? What else? Dummies?
You're actually dumb.
I'm sorry.
Fine dining party of 2.
So we're going to jump on into it. We've been talking too long. Our table is ready.
Your table is ready, follow me. Have you tried our chicken breast? Serving pancakes and ribs, I recommend the spaghetti. We're here to satisfy, not to impress. Your table is ready, complimentary butter and bread. These walls have road signs, knick-knack, cowboy hat, good luck cat, autographed guitar, some crap from your city. Behold the tchotchke of mediocrity. Fine dining, just fine dining, fine dining. 2 letters on the sign are shining, neon flickering, irregular timing. Identify the perfect 5 out of 10. Fine dining. Fine dining.
Atmosphere.
Outside, they have the guardian horses that you didn't notice because you kind of rushed right in, but they do have a horse statue on either side.
Very Trojan.
They look very ominous.
They're like gold, right?
They're just stone.
But they're not like gold colored?
No, they're just stone.
I knew that.
You really didn't see them at all, did you?
Fuck.
Do you want me to show you a picture of them?
Yeah, show me these majestic...
They're not majestic.
Equestrian.
This is literally just a statue outside of a P.F. Chang's.
Oh, yeah, they're not majestic at all.
Yeah.
They're not even rearing. They're just fucking
standing there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't like it. I'm giving it less of a score now.
You can't change your score. I've already written down the average of our scores.
So as far
Even
as
though later I'm going to pretend to be surprised by your score. What?
Wait, so you did write the average already of the scores?
Yeah.
It shows bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, you walk in and you see these giant, very imposing horses. You're like, whoa, this place. It kind of gives it more prestige in a way.
Right.
But it's all a fucking facade.
Yeah, it's a chain restaurant. It's a chain restaurant.
Yeah, but not every chain restaurant has 2 fucking statues in front of it of horses.
It does present itself as I am a nicer, upscale chain restaurant. Yeah. It doesn't quite reach the heights of ones that actually are. Like I mentioned to you, and you hadn't heard of it, but Din Tai Fung kind of is what P.F. Chang's, I think, wants to be. Yeah.
I like how nothing else in the restaurant is horse themed.
No,
it's just that.
They're protectors outside. They're the bouncers.
Got you. If you misbehave, a horse kicks you in the face.
Yeah. And then we walk in. There's a host stand. One thing I noticed, there was just a row of shot glasses.
Oh, really?
Just a not even a row, just like many rows of shot glasses.
Promoting alcoholism.
Yeah.
Not good.
And based on some of the Yelp reviews we read, like there are people who come here for the bar.
Right.
Which I wouldn't think of P.F. Chang's as the place where like, oh, you want to go throw down a few drinks? Let's go to P.F. Chang's.
Well, they do have a pretty extensive bar. Like it is like the entire like back wall.
Like the real estate allotted to the bar? Yeah.
It's a big bar.
It's a big bar.
There was nobody there. There was like maybe like 2
I don't
people.
know if that's true. There was a partition, so I didn't really get a chance to see.
Well, I was sitting facing the bar.
Okay, so you would know better. It
was pretty like a sad bar. Like it was like a pathetic. No, it was like there was not a lot of people at the bar. You don't have
a lot of. All right, say 3 compliments about P.F. Chang's right now. Okay. I think you need to get some positivity towards this place.
Gloomy. I like the gloomy.
What are you, goth?
I like the indifference of the waiter.
You're not listing good things.
And the people weren't too loud. I don't fucking know.
All right.
I had a good fortune in the fortune cookie.
That's random. That's not... Okay. Anyways, you go in and honestly, I really like these lighting fixtures. There's like these big orange glowing like circle
rings.
shakes. Yeah, like peach rings.
Yeah.
Very, very good comparison.
Thank you.
And then like paper globes dangling from them. They look like a planet's diorama.
I thought that's what it was at first. I thought it was like, oh, they're doing planet
and the rings
themed?
Are like the rings of Saturn, but there's no Saturn in it.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was just like they were imitating like, the more Asian like light.
Like paper lanterns.
Yeah. But it was kind of lazy.
The lanterns or the decor in general? Because I really did like the look of the place.
I did honestly like the gloominess. Like I like eating with not too much lights on my face.
That's not gloomy. That like romantic lighting is like candlelit, like dimmer.
There was no candles though. We established that.
I know. Okay.
I feel like Batman could have hid in any corner of that place.
There were 4 entrances to the Bat Cave if you just knock on the right wood panel.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The place looks nicer than what it actually
offers
is as far as food. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, you say gloomy, I say genuinely sexy. This was a sexy environment. It was sleek.
Okay, that's the word you want to use.
The music they were...
You're sounding like one of these fucking Yelp reviewers. The females, the wenches made it real sexy. If I was a pirate, I'd say arg.
Honestly, that may have been my favorite segment of Yelp from like all 5 of them.
Dude, that was the best. Let me put on my chauvinistic, sexist piece of shit hat on and just allow me. Oops, I've got
self-awareness is important.
Yeah.
The music here felt like when you go into a club in like a Grand Theft Auto game.
But very low.
Yeah, it was the music from the room downstairs.
Yeah. From the private rooms in the PF Chang private rooms.
Yeah,
I did like that it was low. I did like
that. Yeah, I've been in places where it's just so loud.
You
I'm like,
scream over.
I want to talk to the people.
Yeah. So atmosphere, good. I think
there were no chopsticks.
That's right. You pointed that out after
a
while.
It's silly when you go to a place like this. They don't even pretend. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the wall mural because there's a unique mural in every restaurant. The one, it's like a big strip above the bar, and it was like a samurai, presumably pulling, unsheathing.
It was a woman. Well, women weren't samurai. That's just accurate.
I feel like she could have been. Well, okay, there was a warrior woman.
It's what a fucking guy in a fedora would think is like cool. You know what I mean? Like,
I've seen this as a back tattoo. This mural has been someone's back tattoo.
That's exactly what it was.
And it was a woman unsheathing a sword, and then a dragon that was like.
I thought it was like a scroll with like words and shit.
There was that too.
Yeah,
but there were definitely.
It was like somebody who put on ChatGPT like Asian mural, and it's just the most generic.
Yeah.
Asian mural. It's just, what do you got? What does an Asian mural have? A samurai sword, a katana,
a scroll,
and a dragon. Yeah,
and some kanji symbols.
And somebody who looks like Mulan.
It wouldn't have been kanji if it's Chinese, but yeah,
and like a very Mulan-esque woman.
And she was like, "When will my reflection show?"
Dude, that's beautiful.
I am inside. I just rewatched Mulan.
That was really nice.
I hadn't seen it since it was in theaters, and then I watched it a few weeks ago with my girlfriend.
The live action one?
No, the original, the OG.
Oh, the less good one.
Is that actually how you feel?
Hot take. I haven't seen
the new one.
I haven't seen either.
Oh, all right. The server at the table behind us was listing his IMDb credits as an actor.
Yeah.
The table said they recognized him from something. Is that what it was?
That's what our friend said. I just kind of heard him just listing off.
Oh yeah, I was in home economics.
Yeah, I was in Mythic Quest and blah blah blah
this and that
and it was the most LA shit in the world.
Here's the thing: list one credit, that's fine, but the fact that he Andres, I think it was way too much.
This is.
I thought he was going to start signing his autograph.
He was like, oh, if you just flip to the back of your menu, it is my headshot. And you can find casting information there. I'll do your kid's birthday party. I make a mean Shrek.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah.
Dressing up as Shrek is horrifying.
Is that something that you would at any point like to do in your life?
Honestly, I would hate to dress up like Shrek. I think it would be so physically uncomfortable. I would feel like I have to do a weird Scottish accent that I'm not equipped to do.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Get out of my swamp.
Donkey. I
get
really...
out my swamp.
Get out my swamp. Yeah.
That's really good.
Is it?
Dude, you should dress up as Shrek.
I'm not going to do that.
For your next fucking restaurant outing.
No.
You don't need a why. Shrek isn't here. And this side of your chest.
That's not my heart. My heart is over here.
I think you should do it.
Anyway,
all right.
This guy listing off his credits, in addition to that, was way too much.
I mean, I respect the guy, you know?
Yeah.
I feel for him.
He had that hustle.
Yeah, if somebody pointed it out, I'd be excited too if they recognized me in something. Yeah. I've also been in Chase, and I've also did Subway once, you know?
Yeah.
You start naming all the commercials that I've been in.
$5, did you do the footlong thing? Did you have to do that?
I don't appreciate you minimalizing and trivializing my career.
Minimizing, not minimalizing. You're adding too many syllables.
I don't appreciate you minimalizing my vocabulary, first of all.
It's terrible.
And second of all, my career. Okay.
You don't know a lot of words, which is crazy that you have a job speaking.
This guy hates immigrants. Oh, God.
My grandfather was an immigrant.
Dude.
Actually, I don't think he was. He was born in El Paso.
I don't give a shit about your fake ethnic diversity.
You know what?
Don't show me your 23andMe. That's the whitest thing you can do.
I went to my great aunt's funeral. She was 99 years old. And while I was there, someone in our family had dug up
your grandma.
A newspaper clipping about my great grandfather.
Okay.
And genuinely one of the most badass stories.
Really?
Yes. I just need to figure out where February 2023 is in my...
Dude, I will bet you that if you can't fucking name every single score on this thing, you have to dress up as Shrek in your next outing.
All right, name another place.
And if you nail it, then you don't have to do it.
Correct.
Okay. All right, fine. But you really got to fucking...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 5 for 5 so far. That's really not bad.
There's no way you can get them all. There's just no way. I feel like you're going to know Mastro's because that's pretty up there.
9.45?
Yeah. That wasn't part of the bet. Joe's Pizza.
7.
Dude, if you missed this one, you're fucking Shrek, dude.
7.25.
No, 7.02.
No!
Oh, one more. I give you one more chance.
Okay.
If you missed this one,
oh, man,
you have to go as fucking Shrek.
Okay.
And I mean green beard.
Okay.
Twin Peaks, you pervert. You into Twin Peaks?
589.
Yeah. Okay, you got that one. Costco.
545.
Next week.
What is it?
Shrek. Shrek on the podcast.
What was it?
5.68.
That's close. I did find this article. This is about my great-grandfather, who was very much an immigrant.
You're the whitest person I've ever met.
Okay. A Flagstaff El Paso High School was at half-staff today, and students and school officials were in mourning for the school's head janitor, Juan Ornelas. Mr. Ornelas died of a heart attack early today en route to a hospital. He was 63. A favorite with students and teachers alike, Mr. Ornelas was considered a permanent fixture at El Paso High. He helped build the structure and when it was completed in 1916 became its janitor. A native of San Diego, California, Mr. Ornelas went to Mexico as a railroad crewman and thereby witnessed one of Mexico's most tragic disasters, the Cumbre Tunnel Massacre of 1912.
What?
A bandit leader named Maximo Castillo captured a freight train of the Mexico Northwestern and halted it inside the tunnel, which is near the summit of a peak in western Chihuahua. Then he allowed a passenger train carrying hundreds of refugees from the Mexican Revolution to crash into the freight train inside the tunnel. In the resultant holocaust of flame and smoke, train passengers died horrible deaths.
Oh my God.
Mr. Ornelas was one of the survivors. Although he was shot in the leg, he escaped the bandits and made his way to El Paso.
Wow.
Mr. Ornelas got a job as a day laborer in El Paso High. When the building became finished, he was janitor, moved into a small apartment near the boiler room where he reared a family.
That's bad.
That was my great-grandfather.
Yeah. How disappointed he would be to see you doing this pathetic shit after what he went through.
I ate P.F. Chang's.
For him.
And the resultant holocaust of flame and smoke.
That was your
That
asshole.
was my bowel movements. Isn't that like crazy though?
That is cool.
That literally sounds like something out of both a Breaking Bad episode and like a cartoon.
I mean, there's no way to prove that was your actual great-grandpa though. So.
He has my last name.
Could be many Ornelas. This could be any kind of Ornelas.
Okay. Overall, this atmosphere for P.F. Chang's, I liked it on the whole. I'd give it one thumb up.
Yeah.
So one thumb up for the atmosphere.
Yeah. Out of like the two.
Up to two, yeah.
One, I would give it.
You go one thumb up?
Maybe like hitchhiker thumb up. One hitchhiker thumb.
Where it's like bent back?
Yeah, like half.
Why?
Because it's like half of one.
That's still a full thumb. It's
no, you
just
can't.
contorted.
You can't see the top.
That looks so awkward.
It hurts a lot.
Service.
There wasn't an Asian person to be seen on the staff.
Which I noticed as soon as we walked in. I was like, suspicious lack of Asian servers.
Yeah.
Not good for an Asian restaurant. But they're not even trying to fucking be Asian.
Anyone can work anywhere, but like,
yes, but
you're not going to be authentic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I didn't expect it from P.F. Chang's.
I did. I wanted authenticity. I did also notice that very few Asian people eating at the restaurant. There was one Asian family, and that's it.
Yeah. So Rollo was interesting in that he was...
When I said the YOLO thing, he was like, yeah. And then like just that polite, like, get the... And then as soon as he left, I was like, he's going to spit at my food. And he looked like he hated...
everything,
his life, and
he seemed indifferent.
The world,
and honestly, I would say indifferent more than hatred. I was literally like, we saw a table that got like the birthday treatment, like there was like a big like firecracker sparkler
he was
sort
like
of thing.
Half-assed singing it while he was picking up the glasses. Like,
my
happy
favorite
birthday
detail, literally bussing a table while just kind of saying the happy birthday. Just I'm doing my fucking job.
You know what? I love that because he's not bullshitting us. He's not putting on a facade that he's happy.
He's like, look, I have to do this.
Yeah, he's like, look, you guys know what it is. I'm a fucking waiter. And
and we saw this,
and that's why we didn't tip him.
And you,
because as honest as he was, we wanted to be honest.
I tipped him.
Not you did. I thought we agreed that you suggested
we were going to tip him. Yeah,
no,
so I look better by comparison. I'm like, oh, this is good. Don't worry, I tipped on your behalf. You were like, should we say it's one of our birthdays? And I was like, well, it's my birthday, September. Steven, my friend that joined us, was it
June. My suggestion?
Yeah, I thought so.
That's kind of pathetic.
And then And then you were like, "Oh, my birthday's actually in 4 days."
Yeah, but I didn't say
you didn't,
that.
like,
saying
piece
like
it together. And I
was like, "Oh,
you
wait a
were
minute,
really fishing."
hey guys, should we sing Happy Birthday for somebody? Like, wouldn't it be crazy with somebody's birthday?
They're like mine in 4 days.
Wait a minute, it's actually mine. No, I didn't. I forgot.
But I could genuinely tell you did
like,
forget.
Wait a minute.
And I was like,
It's my birthday.
and I was like, dude, that counts. Like, yeah, let's get the birthday treatment.
God.
And so we got one of our desserts comped.
And then we got a flaming firecracker
in like a champagne glass filled with dry rice.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah. And
he sang more enthusiastically for us than he did for the other table. Like, he was in it.
Did he join us
Yeah,
singing?
he was like, let's do it, guys.
Oh, genuinely, the way I remember it was that he started us singing and walked away. He stood there.
No, he stood there the whole time.
He must have moved slightly behind me to face
and then
you.
He was like, and then after he was like, make a wish.
And
remember?
You wished. And you wished for world peace.
But I said it out loud, so it won't happen
because you didn't really want it. Yeah,
I want war.
he likes his doom scrolling too much to ever get rid of that.
I thrive in chaos.
Then there was a manager check-in.
She was very kind.
Very
Too kind.
Very smiley. We mentioned the birthday and she's like, I'll take care of you. And then I felt like there was a standoff because there was this will they, won't they tension, not like in a sitcom-y way, but in
between me and her.
I was waiting for them to initiate a birthday thing because usually these places, they choose the dessert that is their birthday comp dessert. Because we were waiting a really long time after we had finished our last dish.
That's right, yeah.
And I was like, when are they going to bring the thing? But then he was like, oh, you pick, you have to order the dessert. I was like, oh, okay. So it's not like you have
it's not even a surprise.
Yeah. It's not even like they have a specific birthday thing. It's just they comp one of your,
whatever you want. Which is
dessert.
actually pretty good because they were good dessert. Well, one of them was a good dessert.
Before we move on, there's one other server interaction that really stood out to me and highlights the lack of authenticity of a place like this, but also highlights our unculturedness. So
and his
a couple of our dishes was served over a bed of these.
Yeah.
If you're looking on camera, I think it's like a rice noodle or a crispy rice noodle or something.
Yeah, it's like a fried dry noodle.
But I still don't know definitively what this is. And we asked the server and he was like, oh, you want more of those?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I want to know what they are. You want less of them? What are these? What are they called?
You don't like them? You want them on the side? He kept saying
He kept pivoting.
Yeah.
And it made me wonder a question, Andres. It made me wonder,
what's going on over there?
Andres,
yeah,
what's going on over there? Why doesn't he want to talk about these?
I feel like those are like government regulated mind suppressors that they feed to the public so that they don't think critically about things.
I'm going to like my P.F. Changs.
Yeah. It just makes you dumber.
This is basically Yelp review doping.
Yes, exactly.
They're basically they're performance enhancing Rice Krispies.
Yeah, it's like chemtrails in food, in P.F. Chang food.
They're just brainwashing the masses to be like, P.F. Chang's is pretty good.
And he was in on it. That waiter was in on
He's on the take.
Yeah.
P.F.
He's a deep state
Paul Fleming
operative.
and Mr. Chiang are lining his pockets.
Definitely.
He's like, hey, just give him the weird freaking experimental rice.
Give him the little fucking
noodle
fried things and they won't know.
They won't
be
ask,
the wiser.
They won't ask questions.
And that's how we get to the elections that we have now. It's because of these little noodle things. The guy seemed very suspicious, like he had a personal connection to these things, and he kept deflecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what do you think his connection was to these little fried things?
I think these killed his parents.
Yeah.
His dad choked.
Maybe they were like holding his family hostage as he was.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I don't know. Please stop asking me about these. I'm not allowed.
He was blinking twice often.
Yeah.
I need help. I think that's it. I think, in fact, we figured out what's going on over there. Yeah, so with the guy avoiding talking about what the rice noodles are.
Real cagey.
The guy behind us rattling off his IMDb credits.
Yeah.
Rolo's indifference / disdain for parts of his job.
Yeah.
But a very nice manager and a hostess who we didn't mention in this episode, but we did in the first part, who gave us our finest table.
She laughed at my joke, so she gets a 10 out of 10.
But overall, when you put this service experience together, honestly, to me, it's very neutral. I'm going to go a thumb right in the middle.
Okay. I'm going to go a thumb up because I do like the fact that he was kind of no nonsense. He did his job. He brought us the food when we wanted it. He took a little while with the dessert.
Bussing a table while singing Happy Birthday is a very funny thing to see.
It's hilarious. And then he sang it for me enthusiastically. So I was like,
because our table was already bussed.
I like you, Rolo.
Yeah.
And I like his name.
Yeah, I do too.
Food.
Yum, yummy.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about the food.
Yes, brass fucking
We
tacks.
ate a lot.
We got a lot of food.
We got a lot of food. There were 3 of us there. I brought an extra mouth so that we could, order larger quantities of sampling.
It was like a surrogate son to our married couple.
Yes.
That was exactly
We got him a booster seat and a kid's menu.
And I
and
would clean
and
his mouth.
you were getting the schmutz off the corner of his mouth a lot. Yeah. You did that move a lot with licking your tongue.
Yeah.
But
when it was
you
clean.
did it after. You did it after you wiped.
Yeah.
That's when you licked.
Yeah. And then I did
You were like a monkey grooming.
I would do it even when he was clean. I just wanted to do it.
So we got 2 appetizers.
Yeah.
Kind of 3.
We got so much food that I honestly felt bad about myself as a person after.
Yeah.
Like I went home
I
and
felt
I was
bad
like,
about
what am I
you
doing?
as well.
Yeah.
I was like, he made an ass
But that
of
was
himself tonight.
But that was before we even sat down.
Yeah. So we started with the Dynamite shrimp, which I think we got different mileage out of. I think Steven really liked it. Here's the thing. I thought it had good heat. I did enjoy the spice of it. It had like a fiery, almost buffalo taste. It wasn't buffalo. It was like sriracha and
like mayo.
Sriracha aioli. Yeah. But it tasted It tasted like buffalo to me. The cabbage and crispy rice noodles
it's like an Asian
went
buffalo.
well with it. Yeah. I thought the shrimp texture was really flimsy to a point that it didn't taste real. It didn't taste like real meat. And I had a hard time getting over that, which despite the fact that the taste was good, the texture was gross.
I see.
I went 6 out of 10. It wasn't like a garbage dish, but it wasn't.
I have my rating.
It wasn't great.
I liked it a little more.
Yeah.
For me, it was a 7. It was decent. I would have eaten more of it. I was like, I liked it. I liked the sweetness of it and the crunchiness of it. Definitely more than the shrimp we had later, but I didn't think it was that bad. The texture I didn't notice as much. I was kind of just garfing it down. I blacked out.
I noticed.
I just went into like a fugue state.
A lot of twitching.
Yeah.
Then we got the chili garlic green beans.
Yeah.
I thought this was in like almost like a peanutty oil. I thought these were really good. The garlic really came through. They had a little kick to them. And these are the ones that I went 7 out of 10 on. I enjoyed these quite a bit. And the texture of the green beans, they weren't too mushy. They weren't too tough. Like they nailed it.
I liked it a lot. I kept eating it, and that's when I realized, I like this because I kept going for it. I even had like the last one.
Honestly, not always a tell. I will just eat stuff.
I know.
Even if I don't like. I will hate eat stuff.
Yeah, for sure. No, but I did like them, and they did come a little like not hot though. Like they were a little like
they had already cooled.
Yeah, they were right when they came in, but I gave it an 8. But now it's like a 7.5. But yeah. Now that I think about like the fact that they were like room temp.
No, but they had excellent flavor.
They were good. I liked them.
Then we got an order
downhill from here
of pan-fried pork handmade dumplings. They were in a sweet sauce, like a soy sauce. I thought the pork was really juicy.
Yeah.
I also liked these. I think the starters are kind of where, and this is kind of the case in a lot of these places.
Yeah.
The starters do well. The desserts can close strong, but there's that valley in the middle.
Wow.
A lot of these places not landing their entrees.
So they hook you and then they leave you with something good.
And then you're like, that place was good. And they can throw those trash mind control noodles at you.
That's why you think it's good.
Yeah. But I did like the dumplings well enough. I went 7.5 out of 10.
I went 6 out of. I didn't like them as much. I've had way better dumplings. Like
I have too.
Yeah,
I have too. But that's what 8, 9, and 10 are for.
Right. No, I gave it like a 6.
Yeah.
I thought it was like okay.
Okay.
I was like, I forgot about them. As soon as I ate them, I like forgot about them.
Okay.
Not so with the green beans. I like that stayed with me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then we split 3 entrees for the table.
Yeah.
The fire-braised short ribs. Steven, who was there with us, said that the meat tasted like sausage and it couldn't like
sausage pizza.
Sausage pizza. And then that thought couldn't escape my brain and it's all I tasted. And it really brought down how I perceived the quality of this short rib. The pineapple rice tasted like off to me.
Really?
I wasn't strongly tasting pineapple or rice.
Really?
It just tasted funky.
Wow. Okay.
Like it tasted like it wasn't fresh to me.
Okay.
I did not like this dish.
So what do you give that?
I went 3 out of 10.
Okay.
On this overall for the fire-braised short ribs.
Yeah, fair enough. When it came out, it looked good. And the way
it looked fancy. It was like the sliced short rib.
Yeah. And when I cut it, it was like
it's plated well.
Yeah, and when you cut it, it was like cutting itself. It was like very like, oh, it's melting. It's a very good texture. When I put the rib in my mouth, it didn't taste like fucking shit. It didn't taste like anything. It tastes like cardboard. And I have a very high standard of steak. In Argentina, we love steak and meat. And this tastes like nothing. The pineapple rice tasted so much like pineapple that it was just overwhelming. And it overwhelmed the rib because the rib tasted like nothing. So I was just eating pineapple, it felt like, not even rice. I did not like that. So I give it a 4, but probably the way I'm talking about it should be way less. But
Yeah, not good.
No.
I don't recommend it. And it was the most expensive of the things that we got
too. It was so fucking expensive. It's such bullshit. Like, you expect something good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think when you think ribs, right?
Yeah.
When you think of a rib, it's like one of the top tier foods, right?
Yeah.
Like,
ribs
tasty.
are great. Ribs are very tasty.
Bullshit. Fuck you, Chang.
Shame on you.
Yeah, fuck you, Ian Fleming.
The James Bond author?
Yeah, fuck you.
Paul Fleming.
Whichever Fleming. All the Flemings.
Chang's.
It makes no sense.
Literally makes perfect sense. Then we got the crispy honey chicken. I thought this was the best of the entrees, personally. It had a great glaze. It was very sweet. Tasted like something you could get at like a better Panda Express. I went 8 out of 10 on these.
Okay, that's pretty high. Yeah.
I know you were like, who gets chicken at a restaurant?
Yeah, because it's like, the chicken is like, I don't know.
I'm cooking it at home.
I would just make it at home, and it's like the easiest thing to make. And then when I go out, I don't want chicken. But I do like Panda Express orange chicken, and I do think it's a lot better.
Well, they invented it.
Right.
Yeah,
but I think it's a lot better than, you kept saying that last night. Like,
they invented chicken.
Like, we're supposed to be impressed with your knowledge, but it's like, okay, stop saying it. But no, it was good. It didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
I was like, it's okay. Compared to the other ones, yes, it was the best one. I gave it a 7.
And then the last one, kind of like a late entry. We ate all the things that we've already talked about, and we're like, I think we can still fit something in before dessert.
Yeah.
So we got a third entree. There were 3 of us, so 3 entrees makes sense. We got the signature lo mein. We got the pork and shrimp combo. I expected very little, but I thought it delivered noodle-wise. The pork had a bad texture, but there was a tangy and spicy sauce on the noodles that I did like. I went 7 out of 10. I didn't hate these. I'm not going to like rave about them, but like I expected worse.
Yeah.
And I think that raised the rating because it exceeded my low expectations.
I personally love lo mein.
Yeah.
And it's like one of my go-tos.
I never order. I'm a rice dish guy, so this is like a once every other month maybe.
Lo mein, even when it's
dish.
bad, like to me it was bad. And even when it's bad, it's like decent because it's lo mein. But the shrimp tasted, it was like chewing gummy worms. Like it was just so chewy in like an artificial shitty way that I hated it. And the pork, I barely tasted it again.
Yeah.
Lo mein tasted like lo mein is supposed to. Didn't blow me away. I didn't really like it that much. To me, it was a 4.
It was a 4 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Desserts.
Yummy.
First of all, the name of this dessert.
Yes.
The Great Wall of Chocolate.
I'm offended. I'm offended on their behalf.
For a place that's like so Americanized.
Yeah, just like the most, what does an American think of when they think of China?
This thing ruled.
It was great.
This was a gigantic slice of cake
giant.
to where we were able to slice it in thirds and each got basically what felt like a proper sized slice of cake.
More than
and like a generous proper sized slice of cake.
Yeah.
So you triple, like if one person got this,
I don't know how they'd be able to digest the whole thing because like each slice was like as much as you get when you order an individual slice.
Yeah.
But like you still triple that.
Yeah.
And that's what we got.
It was so much.
It was a lot. It was a great wall.
But it was so good.
It was very decadent was the word.
Decadent, yes. I went 9 out of 10.
Okay. I went 8.
This was an excellent dessert.
It was fire. It was just extremely...
Did you just say it was fart?
It was fire.
Oh.
It was fart, dude.
It was so fart.
It was fart. I loved it. No, but it was like very like drying. Like you taste it. After eating that, you're like, I need a fucking gallon of water.
Yeah.
Because that's what... Honestly, it's a little bit as like, oh, these motherfuckers want chocolate. Let's just throw so much chocolate shit in there.
Let's give them what they think they want.
Fucking chocolate and these fucking fat pigs. And then they just like throw, even on top, they're just like, fuck it, even chocolate chips on top of that. Like,
right.
you fuck.
It's so good. And then there's like a raspberry reduction. There's like whole blueberries and strawberries, right? And like with or without the fruit, the bites were fantastic.
It was good, yeah.
So rich, but yeah, very...
If you don't like sweet though,
you're gonna hate it
too much.
Yeah. Okay, Andres, I literally brought you back to the studio.
I didn't want to come back.
It's been 2.5 months since we recorded our episode.
What are you talking about? We've been recording for 3 hours.
I like how you wore the same thing that you wore.
You asked me to.
I did no such thing.
And then you didn't even have the courtesy to shave your beard. Made me wear the same.
I look so different right now than I did when we recorded.
I haven't even washed the shirt since we recorded.
I believe that. There is a funk coming off of it. But we forgot to cover one of the items of food that we ate, and I wanted to get that in the episode. So even though we just covered the Great Wall of Chocolate and did dessert, now we're going to jump to one of the like appetizer dishes that we got.
That Great Wall of Chocolate was so good, though. Can we just talk about that for the rest of me coming back for the rest of the episode?
We've already reviewed it.
It had a good name, though, because it was like a tourist. Crap. Ah! What is that? Are we under attack?
I installed an alarm since you last came on.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. There is a new mini game on the podcast called The Secret Menu, and you have unlocked it. There's a secret word that you can say, and
I hit it?
You hit it. Tourist.
Okay.
Touristy was the word.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck.
I don't know, but now we have to play a game.
Great.
So the way the secret menu works is I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock, and our category for this episode is tasty tourist traps.
Okay.
You know, like the Great Wall of Chocolate, or I don't know, the Goldfish Gate Bridge, or the Great Barrier Beef.
Got it.
Yeah. You get it. Yeah, so we're just going to rattle off. We're going to trade these back and forth. We're going to go for a minute. In the comments, tell us who you think won between us, but more importantly, submit your own. I'll pick my favorite one out, and you can win a free Fine Dining t-shirt. And congrats to the winner of the previous Secret Menu minigame, Chipotle-Born Illnesses, Eric Schwartz, who commented on Instagram with Chimmy Chest Cold. I like that one. Go ahead and DM me or email me at finediningpodcast@gmail.com and claim your free shirt. Thanks for playing, and best of luck on this one to all the rest of you. All right. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
You go first.
Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Stonehenge.
The Caesar Salad Palace.
Dumb. Matcha Picchu.
Pan-Fried-theon.
The Graham Canyon.
Like Cauliflower-zeum.
Like the Coliseum? What a reach. Mount Rushmoreos.
Walk of Filet Mignon.
That's good. I'll meet you with an equally awkward one. The Sydney Hot Potpura House.
Damn, that's good. The Hollywood Bowl of Rice.
The Falafel Tower.
Oh, that's good. Burger Khalifa.
The Tajma Hot Dog.
Dang, I was trying to find one with that. Oh, that's good. You ever go to Ireland, you should stop by the Blarney Cold Stone.
Speaking of ice cream, the Alamode.
Oh, dang, that's a really good one.
Okay, that's the secret menu. Again, comment below in any form. Submit your own. I want to hear them. We got the Kung-Pao dragon roll.
That's what it was called.
That's what it was called. It was very underwhelming sushi.
Probably some of the worst sushi I ever had.
I don't know if it was a sriracha, but it had a red sauce that tasted way too close to ketchup. It wasn't ketchup, but it was enough to kind of ruin it.
Yeah.
I went very middling. I gave it a 5 out of 10. Like, this wasn't offensively bad, but sushi is, I really like good sushi.
I love sushi.
Sushi as a whole tends to score pretty high with me.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I eat like all kinds of sushi, like Ralph's sushi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just your friend Ralph.
Like have you met my buddy Ralph? He makes the best sushi.
Yeah.
No, like Ralph's the really crappy supermarket. And that sushi, I'll give it like sometimes like it depends on what time of day. You don't want to go after, like noon. Because that's when it's fresh. And this sushi, I gave it a 5. But looking back at it now, I can't remember.
It lives in your memory as worse than that.
Yeah, looking
that's
back.
That's how it is with me too.
Yeah, I can't really.
But I think that's the expectation effect where like I expected it to be better given that it's from like a chain restaurant.
Chang's, yeah.
And so because it underdelivered.
That's why I feel like it deserves a lower rating for me.
All right, let's
lowering
go lower.
It from 5 to like 3.
I'm going to go 3 as well.
Wasn't that good.
And then lastly, we got Chang's Apple Crunch. It was flaky, but ultimately weak. The apple taste was underwhelming. Like, it just wasn't strong. I wanted more complexity, maybe more cinnamon or something like that. Still, a dessert is on a higher grading scale for me. So I still went 5.5 out of 10.
Okay.
But 5.5 out of 10 for a dessert is like, what are you doing? You can't for the tastiest offering.
It's hard to fuck up.
You're making a 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah. For me, it was like a huge disappointment because I love apple pie when it's like hot and with an ice cream on top. I'm like, yes, that is a perfect dessert.
Sure.
But it felt
I love apple pie.
Yeah, me too. But it felt like the microwaved. It felt like they took it out and just microwaved it and then waited another minute and then gave it to us.
Right.
Because it was like mushy in the way that it used to be hot, but now it's not. And it's just like not good. It just didn't taste like shit either. Like it barely tasted like apple.
And if it was actually made from scratch, like they say, a scratch kitchen, this would have hit.
Yes, absolutely.
I think.
And I think that's a lie. I think that's why it's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
And that's why they lost $400 million.
Yeah.
Because of this dessert.
But here's the thing. I had some high food ratings. I only had one really low one and all the rest were in the middle. But that said, I don't get excited at the idea of going back to PFJ. And then in the last episode, we ate those lettuce wraps.
Yeah.
And even though they're not going to factor into my score, if I had to rate them, honestly,
7.
I'd say like a 5.
5?
I think they're pretty middling.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say it was good. Like it was right above average.
So like a 6 or 6.5 for you?
Yeah, 6.5 maybe. P.F. Chang's is not that good. I was expecting better because I'd never been.
Yeah.
And I love Pei Wei, and this is supposed to be like the better version of Pei Wei.
Right.
And it's fucking not. Like none of the food blew me away.
I'm going thumbs in the middle once again. No
for P.F. Chang's?
Yeah, not up for food.
Oh, okay.
Not up, not down, just right in the middle.
Dude, I'm going thumbs down. Like
you're going a thumb down?
Straight up 1 thumb down. Yeah, like I will never go back there.
Never?
Fuck P.F. Chang's.
If I ask you to come back on the podcast, but it has to be P.F. Chang's, you would be like, no.
Well, first of all, I would never come on the podcast, period. I would never come back. And second of all, I would just never be back. And second of all, if you even told me P.F. Chang's, I would probably run you over with my car. And I would be really upset that you said P.F. Chang's. I would be insulted. So, no.
He's got his emotions under control.
I have so much rage just bubbling, and especially after this P.F. Chang's. I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Well, we got to take all of these factors and put them together into a final rating.
Final rating.
So I went 1 thumb up on the atmosphere, and then I plateaued out from there at 0 thumbs. None for service, none for food. But I
That's what this means, is 0 thumb?
To me, yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So overall, out of 6 possible thumbs up or 6 possible thumbs down, P.F. Chang's landed at just 1 thumb up for me. And for you, I think it was flat 0.
Well,
because you went 1 up on atmospheres, middle on...
I went 1 up in service.
Did you? Okay.
I went like a half one.
So we both ended up at 1 thumb up, basically.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel wrong about that because I hated the food.
But here's the thing. Our ratings kind of reflect, 1 thumb up out of 6.
Okay, well, so...
An atmosphere like this goes very far for me. You
would go back for the atmosphere?
I never said I would go back, but as far as rating this one experience, I mean, I would go back. It wouldn't be my...
You would go back to P.F. Chang's?
Yeah, I would go back. But I'm not suggesting a P.F. Chang's. It's not going to be like, oh, you want to go out to eat? Sure, let's go to P.F. Chang's.
I feel like from now on, if somebody suggests to me like, oh, what about P.F. Chang's? I'll like roll my eyes so hard.
And then you'll go.
There's so many better options.
Of course, but you'll still go.
No, hell no.
If you like that friend...
No.
Okay.
No, I would suggest, I feel like there's so many better ma and pa places, you know what I mean?
Look,
like in LA.
When it comes to Chinese and Mexican, those are the cuisines where I'm just like, I almost never want a chain. I want a mom and a pop.
A million better places.
Yeah. So when I put it into a rating...
Wendy's is better.
I would prefer Wendy's.
Wendy's is fire.
And better value.
Yeah, and now with the new 3-for-2 bag.
Okay. What was your score on this?
My score, because the atmosphere and the service were like okay, like they were good. They were good. But the food, some dishes better than most. 6.15.
I think I liked it a little bit more just because of the strength of the atmosphere. And I mean that dessert. If someone was like, "Do you want to go to P.F. Chang's to just get a great wall of chocolate?"
Okay, yeah.
I'm there.
Bad. Yeah.
So when I'm looking at the tchotchke and all these numbers that clearly I haven't memorized. I had such a strong start.
Well, you bet. You were like, I know all of them.
Such a strong start.
You were like, I thought you were like a beautiful mind.
Here's the thing. There were some that like I knew if you picked, I would have no idea.
Oh, really?
But there are others that I have a lot of confidence in.
Well, now you got to be Shrek.
Now I have to be Shrek next week. Ugh.
That's going to be great.
I'm going 6.41. Okay.
Higher than me.
On P.F. Chang. So I'm a little bit higher than you.
Makes
sense.
That
means when we put it all together, P.F. Chang's goes up on the tchotchke of mediocrity at, if I can peel this sticker off.
Do you want me? I have
I got it.
Women's fingers.
You have cocaine pinky nails. Goes up on the tchotchke of mediocrity at 6.28.
Nice. Yeah, I say that's pretty average. You know, overall, looking at it, it does seem like there's an average of like 5. Like it is at 5.6. It's like at the middle.
So 6.41, which means officially, P.F. Chang's is better than mediocre.
Better than mediocre. It's better than an apple key.
Which means we didn't find the perfect 5.00, which means I got to keep looking, which means that next week there will be a restaurant. I did not get my out of this Shrek bet. If we had found a 5.00, there is nothing next week, and I would have gotten out of that. But now I have to go to the You Must Bowl and dig around.
So you just got to keep fucking up your guts and your insides for as long as the show lasts.
Until I find perfect mediocrity.
I love this.
All right, I've grabbed a place. And next week, I will be going to...
The Original Pancake House.
Oh, wow. I have heard of that.
All right, so I'm going to the Original Pancake House, which means I'm going to have Shrek Fist.
Oh, my God. Now I'm for sure never coming back.
I am horrified.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I am horrified.
That's going to be so much fun.
Well,
can you give me thanks for coming here. Get out my swamp.
Get out my swamp.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks for coming on the Fine Dining Podcast.
I can't tell if that's offensive or not.
It very much is.
Towards Scottish
Then
people.
I saw her face.
No, I'm a believer.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. So thanks for coming on the Fine Dining Podcast, Andres. You were a lot of fun. Thanks for joining for P.F. Chang's.
Thanks for having me.
You hated it. Tell people where they can find you on social media.
Hey, hi. If you like mediocre acting, you can find me on
Home Economics. Mythic Quest. You've got the entire IMDb.
I was
the
waiter. Yeah. We were on the same shows, but you didn't see me bragging about it. I was at Andres Simonian. That's Simonian. Nobody's gonna give a shit. Why am I? Undress Simonian.
You're going to get a follower out of this.
One follower.
I will follow you.
Okay, fine. I'll take it, I guess.
Thanks for watching the Fine Dining Podcast. You can follow my show on Instagram and TikTok at Fine Dining Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please like it. Leave a comment below. Tell me a thought you have about this episode.
Hit the bell icon.
Hit the bell, yeah, so you get notifications whenever new episodes drop. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave me a 5-star rating. Helps me with the algorithm.
What about, like, can they throw, like, suggestions for restaurants?
Yeah, please do.
Do it.
And yeah, we didn't find the most mediocre restaurant in America. The search does, in fact, continue. I'll see you next week as Shrek.
Have a fine day.
The search continues. We still need the perfect five. The search continues. Like and subscribe. The search continues. Our journey did not conclude. The mother effing search continues. Write us an iTunes review. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and make it 5 stars, huh? Come on. Follow us on TikTok. The same on Instagram. All the socials at Fine Dining Podcast. We have a website, finediningpodcast.com. Buy our t-shirts, then put them on. And don't forget, you can always suggest where we go next. Okay, we're going to find it. Mediocrity. The search continues. See you next week. Hurt my throat a little.
Have a fine day.